Wow. That's all I can say about this. Did you guys see this? And this is why I told you, these movements, when they get out of hand and the negative parts of the movement start to rear its ugly head. As you see this Aziz Ansari, the actor that was on Parks and Recreation, who's sitting there at the Oscars and the award shows, and this guy had to sit back and be totally embarrassed by whoever this person was, who just made all women look bad by coming forward with this ridiculous sexual assault case. That's like, huh? When you read the thing, it's like it doesn't even make sense, and you're so confused by you feel yourself dumbed down by even reading her comments as to how did this even get taken seriously. You know, it's really baffling. Now, this one person who didn't want to be notified, didn't want any fame and no money, she just wanted people to just come to her aid for what she called the worst night of her life. So I'm like, wow, the worst night of her life. Well, let's see what's going on here. Now, according to her, this Grace lady, that she went with this whole non-consentment, and he didn't know what was going on or whatever, or he actually went to her house. Oh, well, he was at, she came to his house or whatever, but she sat on his kitchen counter. He undressed her, performed oral sex on her for over 10 minutes. Now, after all of this, she said, you ignored clear nonverbal cues. You kept going with advances. You had to have noticed I was very uncomfortable. But to most adults, if nonverbal clues are being missed, then that's a sign to use your words, not to suffer in silence. I'm sorry, but I can assure you, as a Nari, can surely be forgiven for thinking that a woman who was, by her own account, naked and engaging in oral sex for over 10 minutes of entering the apartment has consented to the encounter. Or at least, and to the point, at least she actually tells him with words, hey, I don't think I'm really happy with what's going on right here. In reality, women and men, they decide not to enjoy it, or if it was a bad night or it was a good night. So he's guilty of giving bad sex. So she becomes a victim, a Me Too victim, because she had a bad sex night. Now, I'm quite sure he's very upset and regret ever meeting this person. But it seemed like a good idea at the time. He probably met her at a bar. Now, the poor guy had to go through this public humiliation of being told that he's bad in bed and all this on every publication in the world. And how the women who was once shrewd enough to make money off celebrity sex tapes, this woman must be very rich or have money already. So she just wanted a little attention. Feminists today celebrate women who are passive victims of men rather than proudly in control of their own sex lives. Progress? I don't know. This is by far a troubling scenario. You have so many people coming forward, and about 50% are actually real. The others are so much figments of people's imaginations And it shows you how sick the world is for attention, that they would ruin another person's life just because they don't like them. Or that person might have dumped them 20 years ago. Or they just want the attention. They got all the media. They got the lights. Their career's been in the toilet for like 7 years. Now they got attention. People are watching them cry. They're getting a news special. They're getting interviewed. I don't want any money. I just want to tell my pain. And this is for the fakers, not the real ones. You guys, or you ladies, or you women, I'll say it that way. You women who do this, you hurt everybody who really went through it. Who really went through a nightmare and pain. Now, only thing that what's his name? Aziz or Aziz or Az. I'm gonna say Az. Forgive me if I'm wrong. The only thing he's guilty of is having bad sex. Welcome to the club. Everybody's had that bad sex night. You know, I've had quite a few. Some on purpose, so that she would leave me alone. How you get rid of them? Whenever you're apologizing all the time, sorry, elbow on their hair and all that stuff, you know, it's not a good night. But because of this big movement everybody's doing, and all these other people going down, Harvey's going down, you knew some people were going under the bus. And unfortunately, he just had to be a victim of circumstance. Hang in there, AZ.